global luxury market is headed for a slowdown in 2024. That's after 3 years of post-pandemic boom with a total growth of 24%. Last year, the market grew by just 4% to 362 billion euros. That's for personal luxury goods like handbags, footwear, and apparel. The Bain consultancy says that the flattening of the market is due in part to self-inflicted wounds, namely a creative crisis and steep price hikes to go after the highest end of the luxury market. The creativity crisis is due to a change in direction in many fashion houses where they're hiring new creative directors who are reevaluating codes of the house. They're taking that moment to go for a more quieter tone in many of their collections, which is also a reaction to the geopolitical turmoil that we have in the world. Many designers are not willing to come out with more flashier, bold looks and design that may be a little too ostentatious for the moment.
Scientists have found Earth 2.0, and maybe we're not alone.
Today's Money Watch, depending on who you ask, grabbing food from a drive-thru is starting to feel like a luxury or even an extravagant experience if you're really feeling fancy. You get a dessert or make it large.
Okay. According to a recent survey by Lending Tree, nearly 80% of Americans now view fast food as a luxury due to rising prices. Joining us today to talk about it is Matt Scholes, Chief Credit Analyst at Lending Tree and the author of Ask Questions, Save Money, Make More. Matt, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Happy to talk with you. So you are also the author of this article in Lending Tree about the survey. And, you know, it's so surprising. It used to be that one of the main appeals of fast food was that it was so cheap. But prices have been rising. These days, you're asked if you want a tip on top of it half the time. What stood out to you the most about this changing perception of fast food?
Well, it's a really big deal because for generations, parents have relied on fast food as maybe not the healthiest tool, but a quick and convenient and relatively inexpensive way to feed the family after a long day at work or taking your kid to basketball practice and you don't want to cook. And when that sort of thing changes, when you start getting that sticker shock at the drive-thru, it's a big deal, and it really shapes how people see the economy and their own personal financial situation. Aspects of life that Americans are willing to pay a little bit more for something that's convenient and makes their life a little bit easier. But as our survey shows, people are clearly hitting that kind of breaking point when it comes to food, and that's a big deal.